Hey, what is going on, guys? DC Dubs here, and today I'm here with a top 5 video in Dead by Daylight. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 best survivor perks, so let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5, we have Decisive Strike. So, what this perk does is when you are the killer's obsession, when you're picked up, you get a skill check, you hit the skill check, you get dropped. If you're not the obsession, you have to wiggle to 35%, and then you get the skill check, and then you get dropped. If you miss it, you just lose the perk for the rest of the game. This perk would place higher on the list if it wasn't getting an incoming nerf that is going to now make it so you are permanently injured after you hit Decisive Strike. So that nerf does drag it down to number 5, but if it wasn't like that, it would be higher, but because it is, it's number 5. So, coming in at number 4, we have We're Gonna Live Forever. So, We're Gonna Live Forever is a solely farming perk, and it would be higher on this list if it wasn't just that. If it was like barbecue and chili, where it was a farming and a beneficial perk, it would be a lot higher, but because of the fact it only helps you get blood points, it only comes in at number 4. So, by the way, how it works is each time you save a survivor from a killer's shoulder or a hook, or you take a hit for an injured survivor, you get 1 stack, getting up to 4, giving you 25% bonus blood points in each category, so potentially giving you double blood points every single game. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. Level David, get that perk, it's insane. Coming in at number 3, we have Adrenaline. So, this is the OG Toxic Save perk. This perk, what it does is when the last gen is powered, you get 1 health state, so you go from dying to injured or injured to full health, and a 5-second increase to your speed, increasing you to 150%. This perk, honestly, is an absolute must, I feel like. It allows you to get to the doors faster, to get a door open, allows you to stay alive in a chase if you're the one looping the killer, to allow your friends to get the generators done. It allows for clutch saves. If you're on a hook at the end of the game, its effects go off when you get unhooked. So it's just absolutely all around good. I highly recommend this perk. Coming in at number 2, we have Sprint Burst. So, Sprint Burst is a perk that's kind of like Adrenaline. Where Adrenaline, where you get a 5-second increase of your speed to 150% at the end of the trial. Sprint Burst, it works the same way, only it's for 3 seconds. But you get this perk every single time you sprint with a 40-second cooldown. Now, this cooldown is increased when you run and decreased when you crouch, but it's honestly insane. You can get this 2 or 3 times a chase, really make a chase last a lot longer, allowing your team to get more time to get gens done. It's one of the 2 biggest crutches in this game, and I highly recommend running it every single game. So before we get into our number 1 slot, we have an honorable mention. So this honorable mention would be on the list if it wasn't for Sprint Burst. This perk is dead hard. So this perk is really good, but it has 2 problems. So before we talk about that, what it does is when you are injured, if you are running, you can press E. When you press E, or whatever your action button is, whatever you have it set to, you will do a small dash forward, and you are invincible during this dash. This can be used to close gaps to get to pallets or windows that you wouldn't normally get to keep you alive in the chase, or if you're about to get hit, you can use it to dodge a hit and keep the chase going. Now, the reason why it's here, though, is for 2 reasons. First off, killers can predict it very easily. Good killers will see you have it when you dead hard them the first time and will anticipate it for the second time and every time after that. And on top of that, because they both Sprint Burst and Dead Hard use exhaustion, you can't run them both because Sprint Burst activates when you're running, and Dead Hard you have to be running to use, so you theoretically is impossible to use it. So, and since Sprint Burst is a better perk, it gets beaten now. If Dead Hard was better, Sprint Burst would be the honorable mention. Dead Hard would be number 2, but because Sprint Burst is better, it's on number 2 spot, and Dead Hard is our honorable mention. So, coming in at number 1, we have Self-Care. This is the biggest crutch in the game. You absolutely need this perk. If you aren't running it, I don't know what you're doing. What it does is you can heal yourself without a medkit at 50% speed. You get unlimited use of it. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if you have a medkit, you can increase the efficiency of the medkit so you can heal for longer with that medkit. It's absolutely ridiculous. It really needs to be nerfed into the ground. It's way too strong. Every single survivor uses it. It's the biggest crutch in this game, and I highly recommend you run it. If you don't run it, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you if you don't run it. You're playing this game the hard way, because it makes it so much easier to play once you have this perk. So, if you guys enjoyed, that was my very first top 5. I'm going to be doing probably top 5 killer perks next, top 5 best killer perks, so subscribe for that. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell icon for notifications of uploads, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.